Good morning, everybody. All right, so today it took me an hour. I had to drive around and try and find somewhere to fish because I keep trying to find new areas to fish for you guys. But after an hour of driving around, I finally found a new spot. I fished a pond across from this, and I always forget about this pond, but we're gonna try this one today, see if we can catch anything. Let's get fishing. All right, so already this pond looks pretty good. As I was walking up, I saw a bunch of bait fish moving around on the top. The only thing is that's gonna make this probably pretty difficult is that the water seems shallow. Like it seems like it's down a lot. And it's getting colder, so I don't know how cold the water temperature is. I haven't touched it, but look at me go already in the tree. Come on, get out of there. So one of the ones that I'm throwing is a 16th ounce Texas rig. And then I also have a spinnerbait hooked up, but that I'm not gonna throw right here. That I'm probably gonna throw once I get farther around the pond. Good thing is I think there is fish in here. I've not seen anything hit top water or anything hit, but there's tons of bait fish close to the shore. I don't know if there's any kind of laydowns yet that I can fish. And it doesn't seem it seems like it's like gradually gets deeper, but it's kind of hard to tell how deep it actually is in the middle. A bunch of snot down there. Ew. I do want to try, I wish I knew how to skip. Because on the other side, and you should be able to see it, but on the other side by those trees, I wish I could, I don't know how to skip. So I wish I did, because then I would probably put some kind of punch setup up on and try skipping under the trees. I'm gonna try and make a couple casts right into here. I don't think it's not really covering much different water that I didn't just cover a second ago, but it doesn't hurt. Might catch one coming through here in between these trees that's hiding under these trees or in the shade. Try throwing a spinner bait through here real fast. I've never actually had any luck with spinner baits, but everything I've been looking up and researching says that right now, getting into the fall, where water's getting colder, that spinner baits are one of the best things to throw because they're going to be trying to chase bait fish. So one more cast with the spinner bait. There was a fish right there, so maybe. Oh, I hope this turtle doesn't bite this thing. I'm gonna try and keep this spinner bait up and bring my rod tip up to try and keep it higher up in the water column. So I didn't catch anything. Good thing is there's a bunch of turtles in here, but I've seen fish movement. So that's good, at least. All right, so again, what I do with every pond, I'm gonna reiterate it because I think it's the best way to fish a pond, is I'm gonna just fish the fan method. You know, cast, reel it in, cast in a different spot, reel it in, cast in a different spot, and then I'm gonna move on if I don't get anything in that spot. Good thing is that, like I said, there is bait fish. I just saw a baby bluegill try and eat something. So there's definitely fish in here. And rat nested the hell out of that one. It's actually not the worst rat nest because I've recently learned how to actually set my reels up so I don't rat nest as bad. And they've been working much nicer. The only thing that I'm worried about with this pond is that the fish might be deeper than I can get to. And what I think I'm gonna do is I am gonna fish the fan method, and I hope what I'm about to do doesn't mess me up, but I'm going to try, I'm gonna throw a fan with the spinnerbait, and then I'm gonna throw a fan with the Texas rig that I have set up and see if either of these are what they want this morning, because that's why I brought 2 rods, just in case they want something different than what I'm throwing. Keep making terrible casts this morning. The problem is the 1/16 ounce weight doesn't add enough weight for me to get longer cast with this one. So with the spinnerbait, I'm going to be able to get my longer cast because that's a heavier lure. But even with the light weight that I have on this, I'm making terrible casts this morning. Like that. It was not good. It was bad. Bad cast after bad cast after bad cast. All right, we're gonna make one more at this tree. The only reason I'm trying to even get close to this tree is because the logs or branches that are on under the tree look like they'd be a good lay down. So this will be my last cast in this spot, and we're gonna move on and see if we can get go somewhere else. Whoops. There's a dog park across the street, and it sounds like 2 of them are getting after it. Do a more sideways cast with this one and keep it low. And try fishing through here for a few minutes. I wish I could be casting more parallel with the bank, but I can't really do that the last couple spots I've been fishing. Where I first started, I was casting along the banks in either direction, but right now I'm kind of having to keep it. I'm kind of having to throw it farther out. I did not realize that there was a bridge over there that this pond kept going. I thought it was just right here. There's so much more to this pond apparently. I don't really like that this spinnerbait is white. I wish I had a green one, like a green pumpkin or more of a bluegill color. At least it's not completely white. I mean, it's got some gray in it, but I do wish it was a dark color. I would say I should switch to a jerkbait, but I haven't seen any real topwater hits. And this water I don't think is deep enough to throw a suspending jerkbait. Okay, now that we got this somewhat cleaned up, I'm gonna throw one more along the bank than anything. Kind of trying to throw by that stand thing. I don't know what that is or how deep it is, but I'm kind of hoping there's something sitting around it. We're gonna keep moving. I hope at some point that I actually find some laydown or some cover to try and fish to try and generate a bite. It does seem a bit more promising over here, like it gets deeper. I guess we'll see. So over here actually looks a lot more promising. No, not in the tree, not in the tree, not in the tree. Now, it's a lot more of that snot stuff that I've been getting all over my lure, but the water looks like it gets deeper faster, and there's a lot more bait fish activity over here than where I was just at. Now that the sun's starting to come up, I'm gonna warm the water up. Hopefully it gets the fish a little more active if they are in here, which I really think they are. The issue with all the snot that's on this side is I'm having to keep the bait super high in the water column because of the fact that the grass is, I think, messing up the way the blades spin. Can't tell if it's a turtle or another fish being a tool, but There's something that keeps swimming around this area, and it looks like it's feeding on the bait fish. The only reason I even stopped is because of this tube. I don't know if it's a tube or just a huge chunk of concrete, but I know if I was a big old bass, that's where I'd sit. Oh, guess not. Again, I genuinely think I'd be terrible at being a bass. Right into the trees. Come on now. Well, we got it out with a lot of velocity back towards us. Let's try that again. Slightly better, but not great. The thing is, I have a feeling the ones that are here are gonna be probably closer to the fountain, and I haven't tried fishing that. This is just kind of a pain to fish in right here, so we're gonna move. I'm definitely gonna come back to this pond because there's a lot of, it's promising. It's just, I don't know how much it's fished. I don't know if it's, I've personally never seen anybody fishing it. So I don't know if it's super pressured. I don't really know if there's even really fish in it, to be honest. I'm definitely gonna make this video into a series of fishing this pond, because the pond keeps going is the thing. Like, it just gets, it's bigger than I thought it was. Try and get it out there by the I'm trying to get it out there by the fountain. They always like to put the fountain at, like, I understand it's probably the best spot for it in the pond, but for fishermen, they always put it as far away as they can. One more. Let's get her out there. And that'll be the last cast of this video. So hopefully we catch something. That'll be dope. Great way to end the video, but I'm skeptical. All right, well, on that note, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, send it to your friends. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.